Hey, DJ Andy here of Direct Disco Services, here for another equipment review of the Stagg Headbanger, which is here to my right, or to your left if you're watching this on the YouTube video. You may have noticed through my gig logs, if you follow me, that you will have seen this in operation on the lighting stand as it stands now. I have two of these, one at either side of the stand. They are exactly what you might expect from a moving headbanger unit. It is the general trade name, the headbanger, so they are classed as a moving head. There are 7 LED lights there, as you can see, and each light emits the same colour when it's in operation. They are 10 watts each, so it produces ample lighting and loads of light for the room when you're out and about doing your gigging. Now, the reason I bought these was because through various venues I go to, some are small, some medium size, and some are absolutely just massive. I needed some lighting that would project enough light into the room and surround the walls and the ceilings and the dance floor with light, but not concentrate the light on one specific area. In other words, I needed something to move around and wash the walls and the floor and the ceilings and everywhere else with various different colours, which is exactly what these do. They produce various different colours, and depending on what setting you put it on, it will operate in its own mode, or it will operate sound to light, or it will operate in the DMX mode if you want to program the light yourself. Now it has 512 channels, so what we'll do now is turn the light round so you can see what's going on behind it. As you can see on the back of the unit, you have a 3-pin XLR in, which is this one, and the XLR out, which is that one. That is so you can program it via a DMX machine, and you have 512 channels all in all. Once you have set it up with DMX cables and your DMX machines, you have 7 or 12 channels to choose from, so there are quite a lot of options you can use with this light on a DMX machine. However, I only use this on a pre-programmed setting, which I can operate both of them from as they stand alone. I don't use them sound to light because they will just dance around to the music too much, and I didn't really want that. I wanted them to wash the walls as I wanted them, so I have them on a preset setting. Here to the left you have the plug that you can put your power supply in. This is an IEC plug, and you will get a 1 metre lead inside the box, so you could plug it straight into a 13 amp fuse. Now again, if you've seen my gig logs and my other reviews of equipment and how I pre-wired the stand and everything, you will know that I already have my equipment pre-wired to take this light with an IEC. You can see Headbanger 10. Now that indicates 10 LED moving head, so that means there's 10 LEDs in each light, and there are 7 times 10 watt RGBW 4-in-1 LEDs. This means that in each light, if we just turn this back round to inside the front, each light there is a 10 LED light fitting inside each light. There you go, each producing 1 watt each, so each light is 10 watts each, which produces 70 watt of light, or should I say 70 watt of power to power the lights in succession. They will produce all kinds of different colours, including ultraviolet, which is always handy when you're at gigs. Back to the front control panel again, like I've just said, Headbanger 10, indicating 10 LEDs in each light and 7 lights in total, which gives you 70 watts of power consumption. In total the whole unit is 80 watts, so the actual fixtures at the bottom and the components inside will use a further 10 watts, and add it to the lights, that's 80 watts. So it's not a lot for a light of this calibre. It's really low wattage compared to some of the older lights with the older bulbs in that were running at 150 watts per bulb. So you can imagine what a difference that makes to a venue's power consumption when you're trying to do a gig and that, because it was a concern a while ago. So back to the front control panel, you have mode there, which is also the escape button. You've got up and down so you can scroll through the menus, and you've got enter there so you can enter in what you've just programmed. So once again, you've got mode, escape, and there, up and down so you can scroll through the menu, and enter button there. So it's quite simple to use. There's loads of different settings on the control panel, which we'll see in a minute once I've set it up. There you can see the actual display is upside down. Scroll up and down, you got our test. This is test mode, so if you press that, it'll go into test mode to test, make sure everything is working. You can see now that the light is just, as you can see, the light is now going through some motions of lighting. Now it's completely upright, so now that is in test mode. So we'll press the buttons again, come out of test mode now, and we'll go back. There's the display. If you press this, it will alter the display, so we'll do that. Look, it's going upside down and the right way up, so display is now the right way up. Press that, now you can see test as clear as day. So it changes the wording there. You see it's going back into auto mode by itself. This is a preset setting, so we'll press mode again, up, and there's the channels, sound to light mode, or there's sound to light mode, so you can have it on different variations of sound to light there. That sort of changes the sensitivity of it, so it will operate more frequently depending on how loud the music is. So there you go, goes back into auto mode. We've got standby mode, so it's on no at the moment. You can put yes, it'll go into standby mode. Got your pan and tilt mode there. This will change the pan and tilt depending on what you want, and then you're back to display mode again. So yeah, this has quite a few different settings on it, which can be used at the gigs, like I say. So it's a good idea to have a play around with it and see what you prefer to use on it. I personally have it on a preset mode, so it goes into auto mode and does its own thing. So, and it works quite well for me, does that. With the Stagg Headbanger unit, the Headbanger 10, like I said, that means 10 LEDs, which incorporated into each bulb, and therefore you have 7 lights making 70 watts of power consumption through the lighting. What you actually get in the box is the light fitting, as you can see here. This is the light. You also get what's called a yoke. This is just simply a bracket that you can attach to the bottom with 2 screws, which are also supplied with the yoke. This bracket here on the yoke is one I have bought separately, because what I actually do, as you've seen on the other gig logs, and I encourage you to go back and look through them, because you will actually see the footage of the lights, is I have them hung like that, like so. These clamps are made by Rhino, I believe, and they are what's called quick release clamps. There is another part to the clamp which I don't have because it's on my stand. Basically that is bolted to the stand up here. The light goes up, clips in through this clip here, you see it moves, and you then tighten up the nut there so it is nice and secure, and that is held up by that. Now you can use that on the stand and the other bit on the light if you wish. I prefer to do it this way, as it's a little bit easier for me to set it up that way. So yeah, these are the Stagg Headbangers as used in my gig logs. They are very good lights. I've had these over a year now. They have not missed a beat, excuse the pun, but I've not had any problems whatsoever from them. They do produce a lot of light, and they are ideal for the small, medium and even the larger gigs. and like I say, you can place them the other way around like it is on here and put them on the floor if you wish. I prefer not to put lights on the floor when I'm doing parties because of the children. The children are very interested in lights and they do tend to play with them quite a bit, so that is why I must put them on stands, as I've had problems in the past through that. So yeah, these are the Stagg Headbangers and they are very good lights, and I would recommend them if you can get hold of them through various DJ suppliers across the country. They often do deals on a pair, which is how I ended up with these. I think I paid £190 for the pair, and I have not been disappointed with them whatsoever. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to comment below if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to give us a big thumbs up as well on this video, and if you've not subscribed already, press the subscribe button, and thank you for watching.